Hey folks, Scott here again. I'm getting ready to go cut some firewood, and as you can see, I'm in my shop right now. I'm preparing these saws to take with me. These two saws are my main workhorses, both of which are Steel MS-290s. They're the Farm Boss saws. One has an 18-inch bar on it, the other has a 16. They're really nice to have and to work with because everything's pretty much interchangeable. So these saws have been sharpened, the chains have been sharpened, they're ready to go. In front of them you can see a toolbox. That is actually my chainsaw box, as I call it. It's where I keep all the stuff for my saws and for cutting wood. It primarily contains extra chains. I like to take 3 chains with me for each saw, so that's 6 chains total. If a chain gets dull, I can swap it out in the field, so I don't have to spend time sharpening a chain. It takes way too much time to do that. I like to do all my sharpening here in my shop because it's so much easier. I can focus on it, and I have the right equipment set up here to do that. So this is how I get ready. Also in that box are chainsaw chaps, some various tools that I use in the field if I need them, and some extra containers of chainsaw oil to mix in with the gas. Here in the woods behind some people's home that have generously offered us some firewood. They had some trees cut down and stacked up here in the back, and we're going to start cutting it up. We've already made one trip bringing some of this wood out of here. As you can hear, their hound dogs are barking in the background. But I like to do most of my wood cutting in the wintertime for a couple reasons. Number one, they say wood warms you at least 3 times. Well, this is the first time it warms you when you're cutting it up and getting it out of the woods. I also like to do it in the wintertime because it's good for you to do it in the wintertime. A lot of people get very sedentary, especially those who live in colder climates, and this is an opportunity to get out and get warm and get exercise when it's chilly out, and you get warm when you're outside working. Another reason I like to gather wood in the wintertime is because in the woods where I get a lot of wood, when it's cold, you don't have to worry about ticks, you don't have to worry about snakes that much. And so those potential problems are often alleviated in the wintertime. So it's a good time to get into the woods and get into the leaves and moving logs around. You don't have to worry about getting bit. So that's where we're going to get started here in a few minutes, and we'll give you an idea how we do it. helping me load firewood. All right, buddy?
Yeah.
That's Calvin. That's Ian. We've been working hard out here. Load it up. This is just a small load here. We got everything put back in, and we're gonna head out of here. It's just a small load. I think we're out here about an hour. We still got a lot to do. Okay. This is our drop-off point here. As you can see, we got to unload this, and as you can tell, I've had to do some noodling on the bigger pieces. Noodling simply refers to cutting these pieces this way with the chainsaw. It's called noodling because the saw material, the wood material that comes off the saw, looks like long noodles. But it's the only way I can pick up these big ones and get them loaded, so I have to do that on occasion, and I certainly had to do it with some of these, as you can tell. So we're going to get this unloaded and stacked up here, and that's how we fetch wood.